So I want to play a game tonight. I want to get a little
that.
silly. We'll see how it goes. I want to play the game called the 10-minute game. So every 10 minutes during the show, there's going to be some sort of randomly selected improvisational. You got to do an impression. So I'll cue you in every 10 minutes, but you got to go 100%, act like that person. So, like I said, every 10 minutes I'll prompt you. There's a safe word. If you want to give up, say oatmeal. That means you don't want to do it anymore. Say oatmeal. Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Or I'll just say, fuck this motherfucking shit.
Oatmeal.
You can say
scroat meal.
Yeah, you could say so oatmeal or scroat meal.
Or butt cheeks. Gotcha.
Or butt cheeks. So that's
butt
you could
cheek
get out
budget.
Yeah, we are on a butt cheek budget.
So freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome everybody to Juice Pro Wrestling episode 113. Do you wear the mark? Well, do you? Do you? I know Sreten does. I know fucking Bruiser Bodi does. But what about the rest of you bastards up in here? And as you heard Sreten's disclaimer at the beginning of this episode, I'm going to leave my own little disclaimer here. I'm locked in a room right now with the pup. So if you hear any whining or fucking, it's not me. It's not me for the first time. It's a fucking dog. It's a fucking dog. Yeah. But Suspect. Yeah, I'm locked in here. We have company and our dog likes to eat children. So, yeah. Welcome, everybody, to Juice Pro Wrestling.
How are you guys doing? Good. After last week, a little better?
I feel a lot better. Oh, yeah. Now, I can't say the same for some of those names. I made the list.
You just made the list.
Shop AEW.com.
Yeah. That's a fantastic transition. So we're going to do a little bit of in the news. If there's something you guys want to talk about, I only have 3 things on here. If you guys have something else you want to talk about, let her rip. Go.
Well, you said let her rip, so I just did. All right.
And well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, some major shit I want to address in the news that kind of happened last week. I think towards the tail end of last week. Bodie, you can back me up on this if I missed my P's and Q's.
Nope, I'm gonna.
Something kind of shocking. I woke up to see that Tessa Blanchard had parted ways with Impact Wrestling. More or less, she was fired from the company. And for those of you out there living under a motherfucking rock, she was their world heavyweight champion. Was their world heavyweight champion. And as I just watched all my fucking records and shit fall off of this stand.
Ghost.
So, it's a ghost of Tom Joad. I'm telling you. Oh my God. It's fucking all right. Well, whatever. As long as they're not that fucked up, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Just a couple of records. Anyways, yeah. Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. Her whole run was kind of tainted by controversy. I mean, it was awesome that she won with a major company and was really the first female world champion for a major television syndicated company, however you want to fucking verbalize that. The controversy that tainted her reign was marks of just unprofessionalism, racism was the main thing. And it was just dude, such bad timing. I mean, not only that, she's also the women's champion, the first ever women's champion for one of our favorite hometown promotions, Warrior Wrestling. Mm-hmm. So that's another kind of and so after her, this title win and the news about her being a racist and or whatnot and being kind of a bitch, so to speak, to a lot of people in the locker room. Of course, we were all stricken by it kind of seemed to wear down a little, but it still didn't. I don't know. I was a huge fan of hers, and I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell you guys up front. I mean, it made me think God damn it, what the fuck? Of course, someone that's this good has to be a complete fucking, see you next Tuesday. But, man, the COVID thing strikes. She's quarantined with her fiance. I don't know if they're married now or not, but Daga in Mexico. hasn't done shit, hasn't appeared on television for the company, and it's been it's got to at least be a couple months, I would think.
It's been a few months, yeah. They even asked her to send in promos.
Yeah, and that part of the reason why she was axed was, it's my understanding, her contract was up here in a few weeks. They had talked to her about doing some things and sending some promos that they can use on their television programming to set up this Slammiversary main event, and she basically didn't do it. She didn't send anything in. Like, you're the fucking world champion. Like, you're not. It's not like, all right, you're not having to be there. I get you're in another country, you're quarantined or whatever the fuck you're doing, but come on, do business. Do the right fucking thing. Drop the belt. Which it didn't happen, and I guess that was the last straw for them. And there had also been talk that maybe she was kind of a bitch backstage. I don't know. When we met her at Warrior, she seemed all right.
She's been super cool, but then again, that's all different.
Just in the moment, talking to some fucking motherfuckers. But I could see it. I'm not gonna lie. I could see where she could be in Absolute C next Tuesday.
Right.
But it's just, it was huge news coming out. So now they have to rework their original ideas of whatever they're going to be doing. And Slammiversary is already shaping up to be a pretty damn huge pay-per-view event that people can't miss. It's just, it's a fucking shame, man, because here's the thing. With all of the controversy surrounding her, and mind you, she's like 24, I think. She's still so fucking young. And she's that good. I mean, you would think, okay, will she go to AEW? Her dad Tully is there. Will she go to WWE? She worked the the women's
Mae Young
tournament, that they had, and obviously, the dream match with her versus Charlotte Flair, or maybe form a four horsewomen stable. A lot of possibilities, but the question is, for these major promotions, do you take a chance and sign her and risk, in this day and age, we touched on this last week about, with the snowflakes and all that shit, with people who are going to crucify you for doing it. That's the real big question. So what does Tessa do next? I really don't know. Maybe she stays in Mexico for a little bit, and who the fuck knows? I actually did read reports, though, that WWE had reached out to her. There's some interest. I mean, come on, you're going to throw like all the shit she's went through and been accused of, but yet Hulk Hogan's back, Yeah. I mean, it's pretty, he had like a 3 or 4 year exodus from them where they're like, nope, you're out of the Hall of Fame, blah, blah, blah. And you said,
but Hogan got caught. All her shit's alleged,
but who cares? And here, I'm going to break a reel for you guys, like I always do. That shit probably fucking happened. She probably said some fucking shit. Everybody in this fucking world has gotten upset about something and said the wrong thing at some time. And I'm not alluding to anything in particular. I'm just fucking telling you like it is. So for everybody out there judging and saying, well, I never did this. Yeah, you fucking did. Fuck you. That's why you listen to this show, because I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. It's just, there comes a point where enough is enough. But it's still, I'll put it to this way, and then I'm going to ask for your guys' input on it. And of course, everybody out there listening, leave what your thoughts in the comments and let us know what you think about it. But if I was Vinnie Mac or, Court Bauer or anybody from Impact or another Ring of Honor, I ain't touching that shit for a while, man. I might let this year ride out and see where it goes, see where we're at in the world, and kind of let shit die down. I don't know. What's your guys' take on that?
Buddy?
Yeah, I'd say so. I would definitely let it breathe for a little bit, let her do her own thing and just not touch it. I mean, like MLW or AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor. I don't know if I'd toss WWE in there because they're kind of quick to just sign people, even though they've let go of some of these people in the past couple of weeks, past month. I don't know. I think they're going to pull the trigger. I really do.
They would be the ones to do it. They would be.
Yeah.
And they got the pocketbooks to do it. Not that
they got the pocketbooks.
Tessa is someone that's
she'll ask for
not
some
attainable.
Money,
she'll ask for some money, but she's not. I mean, she's with Impact, and I'm not saying Impact is not paying her good and fair, but I really think anybody could pick her up. I think ROH has got the money to do it. Impact, New Japan, if she chose to go that route.
Yeah.
Any of these big televised companies really do. But my thing is like, do you? With her, I mean, you could just, she's gonna want some money, but at the same time, who knows? It's kind of a weird situation, man. Like I said, it sucks for Impact because they've been red hot for a long time now, and building towards some good shit. You know,
they put the rocket on her too.
Yeah, the news of that, you know, and then something we failed to touch on last week. Michael Elgin, the whole incident with that, you know, Bodie wanting to see his dick online, and
did you get to?
No.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah, he said,
he's staying quiet.
I played the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth.
Yeah, hey, you know,
yes.
going back to Tessa though, but if you're at AEW, you're not going to touch her because they just, you know, they outed Hulk and Linda because of some of the similar shit. But yeah, I don't think she'll be going there. It would be cool to see her there because I think it would boost that women's division, and there's some really killer matchups like Akira Shida, Penelope Ford. Those would be some great matchups. Abaddon. But
I knew he was going to throw in Abaddon.
Yeah, I have to. Every week I'm going to find my spot to throw in Abaddon.
All right, make sure next week Bodie ain't on the show, Sreten.
Man, fuck you.
He's on the list.
But yeah, that's my take on it. I think WWE is going to jump in, and I think you'll ultimately see her in either the main roster or NXT.
What do you think, Sreten?
I think beep, beep, beep. We're 10 minutes in. You guys could stay the same according to this roulette. And welcome to the show. A very, very, now how you remember him, Rick the Model Martel.
Oh, with such arrogance. I can't wait. What's going on, Rick?
Not much. Trying to figure it out, you know?
Yeah. How's those, you still rocking them purple and pink tights from back in the day?
Yeah, I like to mix it up. Now I got all the colors of the rainbow. And I look pretty good, you know. I still have to. On occasion, I put a potato or two in the front. I look good, baby. I look super good.
How's that? You got your line of perfume cologne out yet, or?
No, I'm not going to do that. There's too many good perfumes. You know, you can go to Walgreens up in Quebec, and we got the best $10 perfume you could get. You spray that head to toe to head, especially like right around where you keep your stuffed potato. And oh man, baby, you rule the world.
Wouldn't doubt it. No. Hey, Rick, I got a question for you. So we started off the year, our first podcast of 2020. Before we knew it was going to be a shit show, we had huge aspirations that it was going to be a wonderful year. And starting off, it was, as we welcome your former Strike Force tag team partner, Tito Santana, to the show. You keep in touch with Tito at all?
Not really. We had falling out over one time. I gave him advice for the women, and I told him, hey, Bubby, when you go out, you put that potato in the front, and that stupid idiot put the potato in the back. We went out. Everybody thought in the club he shit his pants.
What the fuck?
We haven't talked in like 28 years. I miss that son of a bitch.
Arriba.
Every once in a while, I drunk text him, and he don't respond. Whatever.
Oh,
whatever.
Maybe after the Corona shit, we couldn't get together. You know.
Oh yeah.
I miss him.
I got another question for you.
Yeah.
I got hair in my mouth. Might be
get it out.
Might be from that Pubix cube I was playing with earlier.
You are gross.
Let me ask you this. So this is the 18-year anniversary of John Cena debuting with the WWE.
Yeah.
Just happened this week. Well, not debuting with the WWE, but his infamous
SmackDown
event.
debut.
Yeah, SmackDown with Kurt Angle challenging him and saying it's ruthless aggression. What do you think, Rick? I mean, you're a fucking WWE legend. John Cena, legend or not?
You know how they say that he only has a handful of moves. He took like 2 of them from me. So I
really,
feel,
what was that? What the fucking moves were those?
I'm not terribly familiar with John Cena, so even though I never lie, maybe I did the first time right there. I am caught. You caught me.
Hey, another thing I got for you back in the day. Remember when you were with WCW?
Vaguely.
The bald spot that was back here, going. The model had that bald spot. You done anything
Allegedly.
since then to treat that or what?
Yes, so I am of, obviously I'm from Canada, and up on my genetics, I have I have lots of hair around my ass crack, and so they had it removed. And thank goodness it is smooth and sleek and soft, and they put it right in that spot where you say that I had a bald spot, but I don't think so. And anyways, they put it on there just in case. Now I have a full head of fabulous ass hair.
Well, it's good to know.
That's good.
I like to answer all your questions. Good. I'm good.
You're very good. Hey, Bodi,
I agree.
it's also the anniversary of Hell in the Cell with Mankind and The Undertaker.
Yeah.
I know you're a big fan of that shit, and I would go as far as to say that's probably out of all the Hell in the Cell matches that they have done in the history of this fucking gimmick. Excuse me. Yeah, that is probably the most popular. That's the most memorable
historic,
Hell in the
that's
Cell.
for sure.
Yeah, and which is, I mean, there's some really other damn good ones too. Also involving fucking Mick Foley, and also involving The Undertaker. But so I mean, it's remembered. Mick Foley taking that fucking ridiculous dive off the top, where
Beautiful.
man, it was beautiful. But if you go back and you motherfuckers watch this shit, I mean, The Undertaker didn't even look like he barely touched him, and it was like Mick Foley just fucking somersaulted off that thing, dude. And I would have I don't know. I would have at least liked to have maybe just give me a little push. So, I know I'm not doing this shit myself. So if I do really get hurt, I can actually blame somebody else. Instead of just like, it's a fucking dumbass. I took a bump. Hey,
That's Mick Foley, man.
Yeah, dude. It's so crazy when you really think about it. Like go back and watch, dude. Dude, Taker barely put his hands on him. No, dude fucking just jumped. It reminds me
more
when
or less guided him in the right direction, and
pretty much
velocity was all Foley.
Velocity. We don't speak about that shit show.
Man, or heat.
Dig deep, get tight, cut loose, and destroy your store.
What about Shotgun Saturday Night? We talk about that?
Yeah, we could talk about Shotgun. It's a little
talk about
topic,
that over here.
I like Shotgun Saturday Night. In a perfect world, they would bring it back, or maybe some of these other indie promotions will do something kind of like it, or maybe NXT. Speaking of NXT,
what in this son of a bitch is Firecracker Saturday Night? What did you say?
Shut, God, fucking Rick Martel, man! I didn't know he was going to be this much of a dick when he came on.
He wasn't a part of that. He probably didn't watch the Headbangers either in WWE.
No, I don't know.
They were all over Shotgun Saturday Night.
I know, right?
What is it?
And they become the nuns.
Bodi, explain Shotgun Saturday Night to our current guest, if you please.
So it was a late Saturday night gimmick for WWE. They did it. I think they did it at WWE New York, and then they did it they did it at bars first, and then they did it in WWE New York at the time. Their bar restaurant thing they had at the time. But yeah, it was just a Saturday night show, a little bit more intimate, a little more indie feel, kind of ECW-ish, I would say. Like just the look of it, where it was dark, lights were down, and stuff like that. But yeah, it was held in a bar, and I've seen a few shows, and I didn't think it was that bad. But then they I don't know, how long did it last? A year?
I don't even remember, dude. I don't think it was that long. I remember the whole concept of it. I was like, it's cool. I watched a few, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know fucking everything about it. Do they have any of that on the network?
I don't know. It's a good question. I was just thinking about that too. I remember trying to watch it when I was younger, and it was only like in the East Coast area. Like here I am in Skansen and trying to bootleg it and trying to watch it, just like the old ECW TV shows. What can I make out here? Static, was this porn or is this wrestling? I can't tell.
Or is this New Jack?
I will trade you a case of beer, this porno tape, for some Shotgun Saturday.
Yeah, but as long as that case of beer, some Molson, baby.
Room temperature Molson. There's nothing better.
Give me some Modelo.
Right. Well,
I'll take the Modelo.
That's not Canadian.
Modelo?
Yeah.
I guarantee Rick Martel drinks Modelo. Rick, you drink Modelo, don't you?
Do you
on
drink
occasion.
Bud Light Mango?
No, I don't
You know,
drink
I
that
probably
shit.
shouldn't be showing that shit. We ain't getting fucking sponsored. Oh, hell no.
The more you show
Motherfuckers.
us, the more you grow.
Yeah. So that's kind of really all I got for the fucking news. Anything?
Besides the
Mike Elgin's dick pics.
I was gonna say the Rona spreading through WWE like wildfire.
Oh,
right now.
yeah. Yeah.
And then Renee
That's-
Young's got it, so Moxley had to take precautions before staying away from AEW, which was a good thing to do.
Yeah. Dude, maybe she had an announcement to make actually today, Wednesday. So I wonder
Well, we
what
know
that
she's not
announcement's
pregnant.
going to be.
She came out and said she's not pregnant. Then the announcement will be if she's pregnant.
Maybe she's
swerved us.
fucking retiring from WWE, and moving on in general.
Maybe.
Who fucking knows? Hey, baseball's back. Who cares?
Hey, I have a question.
I like baseball.
After that, we can do Wrestler of the Week. I have a question. Has any of these guys that have been canceled, have they ever got in trouble for showing like their ass? Like their butt cheeks?
I saw Chris Chris Montez's ass today. I saw the whole fucking cavernous.
Oh, you saw
terrain.
the whole effing show. That's
Yeah.
what you saw, dude.
Yeah,
That's what I saw too, unfortunately.
Hit up Mike Decrypt on Facebook, and then you'll know.
Yeah, dude.
Woo, I saw so much today. But no, I don't know. Maybe there needs to be more wrestlers sending butt pics. You know, maybe it's a little
I think
less.
it's nice.
offensive
It's not
than a
as
dick pic.
offensive. Yes, way less offensive than an angry, flaccid dick.
Yeah, but they
Or
should
even
be sending them in
even
the
a
first
raging
place.
hard on is it's quite offensive. But
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
nice gentle pair of round butt cheeks. It's nice.
As
It's
long
like,
as they're- as long as they're-
coffee in the morning.
Right. As long as there's no coffee on the cheeks, though, no mud on
Yeah,
that.
if
But you
that
guys,
is coffee.
You're right, Juice. You are
What
always
job is
right.
that?
It might be doo doo.
And this coffee smells like shit.
Yeah.
That's because it is shit, Austin.
Let's break
The
to
bit
the.
nutty.
to
All right,
the
we're at the
wrestler
second.
of the
We're at
week.
the second. We're at the second 20 minutes, and ready.
Oh,
Let's welcome to the show, Scott Hall. Let's also welcome to the show, Andre. Justin, you want to give him Andre's introduction, or both of them?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children ages 18 and over, please welcome to the Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast, motherfucking Scott Hall, a.k.a. Razor Ramon, okay, very nice, and then also welcome the eighth wonder of the afterlife, Andre the Giant.
Hey, yo, Chico. It's the bad guy.
it's fucking Razor Ramon Scott Hall. What's going on?
guy and the big guy.
Oh, Andre, it's been so long.
I love your hair, man. I love your hair, Scott.
Everyone loves it. It gets a lot of chicks.
That is wonderful.
I thought you were talking about mine for a second, Andre. I was
I
about to
like-
be like, you motherfucker.
All your
I
hair's
like-
on your ass.
I like your ass hair too.
Yeah.
So,
Fell off the
Andre,
leg and I'm drinking the Corona. This is not bad.
Andre,
Not bad. Chalk one up for the good guys.
How many of you guys are pissed off that you didn't get Scott to come up and visit with you sooner?
He'll have his time. You don't have to rush, buddy.
Yeah, right.
We've been priming. We've been trying to be good wingman for when Marilyn finds you. Monroe.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Scott Hall, what's going
Yo.
on, brother?
Nothing. Just drinking the Corona. Got 24 of these.
You shouldn't be drinking anything.
Who says?
I think Diamond Dallas Page said
Diamond Dallas Page.
your
I gave him a
fucking
razor's edge. I went to his
doctor.
DDP yoga. So I walked in there. I was like, hey, yo, Chico.
Dolly.
He showed me the diamond, showed him my cheeks, and I razor's edged his ass, took his 24-pack that he had back in his fridge. He was trying to hide. That son of a bitch, he always teaches us to be sober, to be good. I was like, oye, me chico. Escucha y repite. I'm the razor, man. I'm the razor.
I didn't know you were that well versed in the art of Espanol.
I'm versed in a lot of stuff. That's why, like I said, I'm back on the wagon.
Versed.
And,
Hey, let me ask you this, though, Scott. After all these years, I want to know this. Does this still hold true for you? Are the chicas really just for fun?
Chicas are just for fun, man. The chicas just for fun, man.
Salud.
Salud,
chicas.
salud.
Chicas,
They really like my toothpick.
Salud,
If you know what I mean.
Right? Man, how the fuck did I get stuck with the two of you guys out of all the possibilities? I'm sitting here hanging with fucking Andre, the motherfucking giant, and hey, yo, Scott Hall.
Some say good luck, some say bad luck. Who gives a shit?
I'm more worried about Andre than anything.
I'm proud of Scotty, baby, for the butt cheek move.
Yeah, do you like
I
that?
used to do that back in the day too.
I know. Where do you think I got it from? I've seen your videos.
You know, that's your best sales technique. The ABC always be closing. That is notoriously was my closing move.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that. That's
look at these chicks.
words to live by.
Speaking of moves, how about we move on with you two motherfuckers to the wrestlers of the week?
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Scott Hall.
Yo.
We're gonna go a little old school with every week we like to do, well, most weeks, because we kind of ditched the format for a little bit. We've been doing a lot of interviews, which you can check out at jpdub.com or anywhere you get podcasts.
Boy.
We like to do a little segment where we take a current wrestler and a wrestler from the past and kind of feature them and give you just a little bit of info on why we like them and why you should check them out. But you guys already know about these guys. Well, at least one of them. So for everybody out there watching and listening, our wrestler of the week, the old school wrestler of the week, is the uncle of the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal Sabu. I'm talking about, of course, the original Sheik. Scott, what can you tell me about the original Sheik?
Original Sheik, man. I tell you what. That guy was a crazy son of a bitch, man. Not only did I like watching him wrestle, but I bet you that guy could drink some motherfuckers under the table. And that's what Razor likes. That's what Scott Hall likes.
Hell yeah, I'll agree with that. What about you, Andre? You've had encounters with the original Sheik.
We were enemies. I don't remember shit about him.
What?
No. Pardon. He's a legend.
He is a legend. He's a Midwest boy too, from Lansing, Michigan. So holla at you boys in the Midwest.
He paved the way for assholes like me.
Yeah. And me.
Right?
And me. Don't forget me, Chico.
You are a baby.
He has some very good... What's going on here? We've lost.
I like when the Sheik hit under the bus before he faced Luthez.
He did.
That was good shit. Don't embarrass my gimmick, Chico. I'll throw a toothpick right in your eye. Man.
Right?
Then I'll come up to you, tap you on the shoulder, you turn around, I'll go, hey, yo.
Chico, right? Of course. Who could forget the Sheik fucking hiding from Luthez or any of his feuds with like the likes of the Funks or I'm trying to think of a dude out in Abdullah the Butcher. A lot of shit back in the Bruno Sammartino, back in the WWW. It's hard saying 3 W's in a row anymore.
W.
What if they kept the W and then like still had to get rid of the E, like whenever they did, is like
the W.
Thank you for joining us on the WWE network.
Survey time. You here to see WWW? Yeah, they're doing work back in the time.
No, that brings me to a good point too. So before I wrap up, everybody check out the fucking original Sheik. You can find tons of shit on him on YouTube. That's probably your best way to go and find some of his like most memorable moments. You can also hit up Sabu, ask him some shit. He's on fucking Facebook, Twitter. He's also did an interview with us. There's some Sheik shit on the Sheik shit, hashtag Sheik shit on the WWE network. I don't have a subscription anymore because I got rid of it. But you guys can check it out. Original Sheik was fucking hardcore, pulling like hidden pencils and fucking shanks and shit. And just, dude, going all out. Was like the original version of Sabu. And he was deathmatch a long, long time ago, before there was Schlack or Sabu or any of that shit, there was the original fucking Sheik. One of our homie Joseph Samael, who happens to be the newer Sheik, one of his favorite wrestlers of all time. But let me know this, Scott, while I got you on here, before you randomly fucking just up and move out or do whatever the fuck. I don't know how you got in, but you did, and I'm very glad. Yeah. Let me know this. What does the survey really say? Are the people who's here for Juice Pro Wrestling and who's listening to all that other BS?
Hey, survey time. Hey, guys, here to listen to the JPW? Or you guys here for the NWO?
Wait,
Score one for the good guys.
that was fucked up. Of course they're going to be there for the NWO. We don't really have a name yet. What the fuck? Why did they even ask you that?
Too sweet.
Oh, my God. How many minutes do I got left of this guy? Man.
One
more minute with Andre and Scott Hall. Then I'm going to move on real quick. Our featured wrestler of the week in the new school is Zachary Wentz of the motherfucking Rascals, who you can see pretty much almost every Tuesday on Access TV for Impact Wrestling. He also does a lot of indies. We've seen him out here with Black Label Pro, Warrior Wrestling, and the list goes on and on. The guy is a stud, and he's recently married to Kimberly, I believe. So congrats to the two on the marriage. And if you guys, man, I'm telling you, if you guys haven't seen the Rascals as a tandem, it's fucking amazing. They do unbelievable shit, and every one of them are unique in their own way. They're like the way they do high flying shit. And Zachary Wentz, man, he's also I think he's a closet metalhead. I remember talking to him briefly at Warrior Wrestling when we were doing the fan fest. He heard me doing some gutturals, and he turned back. He's like, "Oh, some guttural shit." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, fucking doing some shit, whatever. I was like, "Yeah, man, you like cryptopsy and shit?" He's like, "Oh, man, I ain't that much into it." I don't think, but anyway, hey, here's to you, Zachary Wentz. Check him out and check out the fucking Rascals. Follow him on social media and all that shit.
Well, that's the chief of them.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
New 10 minutes.
God, those guys are gone. He's still here. The fuck, Sreten? He's still here.
I forgot the rules.
All right, we'll catch you later, Scott.
Me too. See you, dickheads.
And Andre, you'll be back, won't you?
I'll always be back. You are the only podcast I'll come back for. The other ones, they can suck my dick. No, let me rephrase.
We love you guys.
Get 7 of your friends to try to get your collective hands and mouths around my dick. Gotta go.
That's a feat.
That's a ghostly girth.
I can't believe Scott Hall let us hanging on the survey. Wow.
I know, right?
Man.
He would, though. He's the bad guy, right?
He is the bad guy. He's throwing a lot of toothpicks around my house now.
We're about to launch in a topic of the week. And again, remember the safe word. Welcome to the show.
Hall notes.
I'm Sreten.
Hall notes. Who's back?
Gene Simmons and the Ultimate Warrior.
Speak to me, warrior.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would you believe that we got the power of the Ultimate One and the demon from down below on the Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have a hard time running this bit here. Topic of the week is the best in-match softening moves, ranked by nobody.
What do you mean by softening these match moves?
I'll explain, sir. Thanks for being on the show. From up on high. We like to keep the channels open from, we would assume you're from heaven. We don't have any connections to hell.
If you come down from heaven and back down to hell, in the middle you get the Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast. Exit stage left, exit stage right. All the exits have been blown off.
It's the Ultimate Warrior and the Doctor of Love. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Stand up. You don't have to be afraid.
Softening move number 1. You guys let me know if you ever experienced in life.
never soft when it comes to the ways of love.
Let me know if you've ever used these moves in ring or in real life. Number 1 softening move before you do a finisher or end the match or pin a person or do an attempted pin, the elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Gene, you've
I would have to say yes.
Good answer. Number 2, a punch to the face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, a warrior? Have you ever punched anyone in the face? In the ring or outside?
Speak to me in only the tongues of my forefathers, and then I would demonstrate the monstrosities from below.
God of thunder.
I know exactly what you guys are saying. Number 3, kicking the genitals.
Oh, yeah.
You do not dare touch another man's fruit, nor less rub another man's rhubarb unless you're ready to tangle with the power of the warrior.
Playing Detroit Rock City, kick another man in the dinners.
What about a number 4, a slap to the face? Have you guys ever done that? Oh, shit.
Any man that attempts to slap me in the face will be thrown out into the abyss and never heard from again.
Oh, yeah.
Right on, guys. Number 5, a headlock. Have you ever had put a person in a headlock? A tight one?
No.
I can't say I have.
Oh, shit. Number 6, an arm twist.
The twist of the flesh and from the arms reached into my soul, and then a rainbow came up from above and said, "Warrior, you shall prevail."
Oh, yeah. We've covered twist and shout. Does that count?
You guys are very logical, and you make all the sense in the world. Number 7, taunting your opponents. I've heard that if you taunt your opponents, like by making fun of them in the crowd, that it actually energizes you and weakens them. Is that true, you guys?
It's true that the warrior has walked many miles to the ringside and never been blown up when I get into the ring to do battle because I only breathe the air that reeks of combat.
The demon intimidates. Oh, yeah.
All right, this one's easy. Number 8, what about a headbutt? Have you guys ever headbutted anyone?
I butted heads. Oh, yeah.
I think I headbutted my sister once.
Number 9, a hair pull?
I never headbutted another female because that is not the way of the warrior.
Regardless of what people think, 'cause I don't put in hair plugs. But I do capitalize on our merch. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all about that merch. The Warriors merch.
This is the most controversial
Have
softening
you
move.
ever been to warrioruniversity.com?
No.
Learn the ways of the warrior.
I would like
the
to.
Kiss Army.
I'd like to be part of both of those things.
Yeah, the Kiss Army for life. Oh, yeah.
The last softening move is kind of controversial. But I might mention a second one. But the last one is to soften or surprise your opponent before you do something. Is you give them a kiss. What up, Gene? You give him a kiss?
Wow, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kiss all night long.
I will never kiss another man unless I am required by the gods above to do so. And in that case, lightning will strike it down on the lips of another man, and he will in turn feel all the power of the warrior.
It's cold gin time again.
Keep that together!
Oh, yeah.
Honorable mention, the eye gouge. Any thoughts, fellas? On the eye gouge.
That's kind of a dirty move.
Yeah, what the fuck do you think it is?
My name is not Ric Flair. It is not my duty to be the dirtiest player in the game. If you want to come and face the warrior, then you will face a power slam and a splash.
One time I eye gouged Peter Chris in the middle of practice, and it didn't go over very well. But I loved it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, I got to say bye to you guys while we say hello to the next bit, the next segment of the show. Thank you for being on the show. Gene, onwards and upwards, buddy. Thank you. Warrior, say hi to Giant from up there. When you get
The Ultimate Warrior will say hi to the one who is giant above all other mortal men. And I thank you, and I will be back to reclaim my place on the throne of wrestling podcasts.
So now we're going to talk about promotion of the week. And there are reasons why I picked this. We might
That
have...
Warrior guy's fucking wild.
Hey guys, what's up? I picked this. I picked this one. I picked it for a reason. I can't remember the reason, but they are.
I'm picking this one for a reason.
So,
Can you see that? Can you see that?
Oh.
So the I want to talk about Black Label Pro again.
Yeah. Good choice.
They're doing a show soon. It's already been sold out. Limited seating. They're going to try to do it like two shows. Well, tell us about it, Juice. You the expert.
Well, they got another show with was it Eric Stevenson? You know what I'm talking about, Bodie?
Yep.
I think it's August. Is it? I don't know the date.
I think it's the late August, isn't it?
It's late August, but they're Eric Stevens. Is it Eric Stevens? Stevenson? I can't remember his fucking name right now.
Eric Stevens. I'm pretty sure. Now you got me questioning.
We're fucking it up. Sorry, Mikey, that we fucked up our promotion for your show.
Crown Point, August 23rd? 22nd?
Well, if you want us to
22nd.
get it correct, then you need to get your ass on the show, Mikey, because you know we love you. Motherfucker. By the way, happy birthday. Belated birthday to Jess, mother of BLP. Yeah. They got a lot of shit in the works as far as like, you know, trying to come back and do some shit. I think tickets range it's limited to 30 people. If you can even get them, check out Black Label Pro. They're on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. They have all sorts of links posted. I know blpmerch.com is another place you can go. $50 a ticket, I think, to be in person. And they're also doing things where you can hit them up and sponsor a wrestler to come out and do shit. Like, you know, they've announced all kinds of fucking killer talent. You know, Warhorse. I think Kylie is coming back. A bunch more. You know, like I said, right now, a lot of this shit escapes me, man. But you guys can do your part. Like any of your favorite fucking wrestlers that are appearing at Black Label, you will have the opportunity to help them out and sponsor them, which is super fucking cool.
If you missed out on the 22nd, you can always do it on October 3rd. They got one coming out.
See, yeah, that's the other one. I might have to take part in that shit. It's the day before my birthday. So, I mean, I would love to be there. I also, speaking of Black Label Pro, which, by the way, you guys can check out all their fucking events. We've been to many, many of them via IWTV. It's Independent Wrestling TV .com, or you can download the IWTV app. It's free to download, and there's tons of promo codes where you guys can watch all over the United States your favorite independent wrestling and Black Label Pro. All their shit's on there. Fucking check it out. But real quick, Sreten, can you shut up? All right, thank you. I know. Like I said, they want you to talk more, but guess what? I'm Vince McMahon. I know what they want. You know, and right now it ain't you. It ain't you. It'll be you in like 50 seconds. All right, here we go. Check it out. Warrior Wrestling is also kind of kicking around the idea. Those of you out there who follow Warrior Wrestling that have bought tickets and went to the shows before, you got the emails. You know that they're kind of like throwing around the idea of, hey, what do you think about Warrior doing an outside event, which I think would be pretty damn fucking awesome. It'd be same location, Marian Catholic High School in Chicago Heights. But what I'm thinking is maybe they're trying to do it on the football field. It would be like a BYOB deal. Excuse me. Where you bring your own food and drink, because they're going to be taking it serious. Now, as far as the mask, sanitizing stations, they're limiting contact. There won't be any physical tickets. They're really kicking around this idea and trying to do it right and seeing what fans think about this idea. So hopefully we'll get some more updates about that. And I know I talked to Steve, they were looking at sometime in late August as well. So hopefully we'll hear more about them. That's all I got.
The reason I wanted to bring up Black Label Pro is just because I wanted to give them props and GCW props for testing the waters, trying things out, figuring things out so that other people could actually either find out from their mistakes or just do shit nobody else did that's safe. Because honestly, whatever your opinions on this thing, the truth is, like, you're taking risks at least for the next year and a half. So to see, like, from all the highlights I've seen, from everything I've read, GCW did it really, really well, really, really responsibly.
And the most important thing, as far as we know, nobody fucking came back ill.
Right.
Right.
There are a lot of people wearing masks in the crowd too. Almost everybody I saw in that video.
Yeah, they weren't ninjas.
No.
Go figure.
Yeah. They're out there, but you don't see them until the last second.
Yeah. You don't suck them and see.
So that's why I wanted to talk about Black Label. They're trying it too. Steve from Warriors is formulating a plan, trying to figure out what's right.
And more will follow suit. You know, Black Label,
and they can learn from it. They can
everybody
see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, what works, what doesn't. A lot of people are being responsible.
Right, but it still is really all dependent on, like, it's all circumstantial, man. I mean, look at places like Florida and Texas, and that's they're shutting down because of spikes again. And that's the other thing with like WWE and AEW that are filming and doing a lot of their shit in Florida. And now Florida's like getting a little more strict again. I've heard talk of people saying, like, could AEW go out of business if they can't fucking film in Florida? Like, yeah, they are supported by a billionaire, like, but how long would that last? How long would he want to, like, essentially, I guess, maybe bleed money? But we don't know if they're bleeding money, if they're not running shows, because I don't know their merch numbers and all that shit, but I would imagine they're doing all right.
I doubt it because of the TV shit, and they re-signed a contract for the next 3 years. So as long as they're putting something out on Wednesdays,
right,
which we'll talk about here in a second with some coming soon shit, I think they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I fucking don't know. I like to speculate.
Right. And they
he
got
likes
BT,
to
and they
spackle
got
those
Dark
nuts
too.
and then speculate.
That's
Yeah,
what
speaking of Dark, let me ask you, Dark's been good, but let me ask you guys this. It's been really good, but I wonder, and this is a question I'm posing to everybody out there watching and listening, so leave your comments below and in the reviews and ratings, all that shit, wherever you're watching and listening. Do you guys really watch Dark anymore? Or has it kind of just become this thing? Because I still think it's great. I still watch it. I would be a liar if I said I watch it every week. I try to.
I wouldn't be.
It's there you go. He's better than me. Bruiser Bodi, you piece of shit.
Sorry, buddy. I love it.
That's all right. But I think it's cool. That's the cool thing about it being on YouTube too, is you can always catch up. You don't you don't need a fucking cable provider. You just need a fucking connection. But I think I don't know, man. It's kind of like this weird thing. I think it lost a lot of its muster. I mean, I'm sure the numbers are still decent. You know what I mean? But I don't know if people really look at it anymore. Maybe even AEW fans is like something that they really watch. That's what I'm curious about. I mean, that's just my opinion, because I know how fickle people can be and how, like, well, that was good for a hot second. Now, fuck it, I'm bored. I'm going to turn on MLW or something. So I'd like to know that.
Yeah, that's a great question. And who's not to say that if they need some more content on TNT or something, they can throw AEW Dark on TNT as a replay later on.
I think that would be dope. Is like a Saturday night block.
I was just thinking that Saturday night.
WCW Saturday night.
Yeah.
Hosted by
the Juice himself, Bruiser Bodi, and that motherfucking savage named Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
We don't need Sreten. Andre could do it.
Yeah. I don't know if you paid attention to the last few Dynamites, but they got the Dark results on the bottom, like the ticker. Let's say
That's
Dark
cool.
results, and then they show, like, what matches were on Dark the previous night and who went over. It's pretty cool. I like that. I like that they're doing that.
I do as well.
There's nothing that hurts them.
Though.
There's nothing that hurts them to keep putting that shit on YouTube, because they tape it anyways. They're using it's all digital. It doesn't hurt them. It's just more content on YouTube. I was always of the belief that they would do something like what you said, Justin, and put it like on a Saturday night, late night shit, like as like a treat. Because that was one of my favorite things growing up. Was like if there's any sort of wrestling or any silly shit on after midnight on like a Saturday,
After midnight.
Yeah.
We gonna whip it all out.
But yeah, I'm glad it's out there. I haven't watched it in a couple weeks. I feel like Dark is one of the best rainy day catch-up things you could possibly have access to online.
Yeah. And if you
'Cause it's
don't
awesome.
have cable and you don't have access in any ways to Dynamite, I mean, at least it's good intro into kind of what they're doing, because they are putting some good shit on there. I mean,
the matches are just as good as the Dynamite matches, minus the storylines.
I was going to say, there is some storyline continuity in that, along with BT too. All three of them, like in tandem. So
now we could transition to the coming soon segment.
We're going to
talk about two things, but what I actually think that we're going to have a little treat here. And again, remember the safe word. But welcome to the show,
Hall & Oates.
Three very special men.
Hall & Oates.
Vince McMahon.
Hall & Oates.
Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon.
What the? You don't tell me. You don't welcome me in like that, you piece of shit.
Why? I did a good intro, kind of. I said your name right?
I kind of liked it.
It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Damn it. My own intros.
I'm happy that you're not wearing a mask.
Leave that exceptionally young-looking man alone.
It's Intro Mania, goddammit.
Yeah, his biceps are huge, and he's 300 pounds, and I love him. I put him.
I've been grooming that boy so I could fire him. He tries so hard.
He can't.
He stole my gimmick. He stole my gimmick, damn it.
He could barely speak English.
Oh, God, he's full of fucking...
Are we still talking about Abdullah the Butcher?
No, we're talking about...
Linda!
He's fired.
Sreten? What's that idiot's name?
His name's fucking...
Fired.
I can't say it because I get fired.
We're transitioning into the fire. You're fired culture.
You're fired.
You're so fucking fired. If you don't fucking start talking about what's coming up lately and soon, I'm gonna fucking fire you.
I'm gonna treat you like Dawkins and throw you into the fire.
I want to talk about
the fire.
Oh, you think you have a singing voice? You're fired. I'm the best singer.
Fuck you. You ain't that. You're the best. You're the best piece of shit.
How dare you? You're fired.
I'm the best grapefruits out of all three of you.
You're a piece of shit.
I'll swallow both your souls.
Speaking of pieces of shit.
Speaking of grapefruits.
Have you heard about Michael Elgin? I'll never hire that guy.
I heard he has fantastic butt cheeks.
I heard.
He's fired.
Fired his butt cheeks. Dick? No. What about speaking of
Bruiser? Yeah.
Speaking of giant assholes, the JPDUB episode 6 will be out soon.
Oh my God! You just freaks.
Let's keep it together, God damn it!
They fucking love it. They love that.
He's got a puke.
He's got a puke.
He's got a puke.
From Yonkers, New York, and so is Danny Nelson from Malignancy.
Danny Nelson, he's got huge grapefruit.
Oh God,
grapefruit, biggest.
Malignancy.
Yeah,
Malignancy. They're fired.
I don't even know about fire.
I wrestled a bear in Yonkers once. I remember that. I think I still got Linda. You still got pictures? How the hell with her?
She better have fucking pictures.
She's got them somewhere.
Fire.
I told Linda.
Probably right above the mantle where my, laying on a bearskin rug with my grapefruits hanging out. That's right above my mantle.
Grapefruits again?
You know who I really want to fire? Fox.
Yeah, Fox. They're fired.
The whole channel?
Yeah.
They're fucking gone.
Backstage was fired.
I want to fire.
Backstage got fired.
Yeah, they got fucking fired. You know why? Because I fucking hate CM Punk.
Yeah, now he's under contract with WWE. He's fired.
Get him out here. Where's Sid?
I'm waiting.
Psycho Sid.
That guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he's tall, I guess.
He had a good physique.
Oh,
he couldn't wrestle for shit
because he's fired.
He's fired.
Speaking of fired, what do you guys think about Fyter Fest?
I don't even know who that is. I don't know
what you're talking about.
What the fuck is that? I'm talking about the Great American Bash.
Yeah, I'm talking about Halloween Havoc. Let's bring that back.
Oh, it never gets back. Gets backside again.
Bring back in your house, too.
In your house. Give us a
Shane McMahon watches Fyter Fest. He watches AEW. That's disrespectful son of a bitch.
What did you just say?
You heard me. You heard me. Yeah, get pissed. There you go. Thank you, Vince. Yeah, bite into that. Snap into it like a Slim Jim. There you go.
You're fired.
Two seltzers at the same damn time. All right.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Oatmeal.
I'm 2 seltzers to the fucking way.
Oatmeal.
Go, man.
Thank God. Hauling oatmeal. My voice was killing me trying to do that
oatmeal.
shit. All for the enjoyment of the fucking all these
Fyter Fest. I can't wait for Fyter Fest. 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays.
Pay-per-view quality as they always provide on TV.
Starting tonight. Starting tonight.
Yeah.
Continuing next week. I
Next
can't wait,
week.
man. There's some great matches. I can't wait to see
Cody
Hikaru
versus Jake
Shida.
Hager.
Yep. Hikaru Shida and Penelope Ford.
Ooh,
That'll be a
yeah.
great match. Hopefully.
and they got the tag match.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
going on? Was it the Lucha Bros, FTR?
Lucha Bros and Butcher and the Blade against the Bucks and FTR. That's going to be sick.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
And then hopefully everything's cool with Moxley so he can defend against who better than Cage.
That sounds like Taz.
You like that?
I like it.
I love Taz.
I like him a lot more. I liked him in ECW. I was not a big fan of his commentary in WWE or TNA. I think he got better, but
He's great
it's
on the
also cool that they're utilized. Oh yeah, that shit he said last week. That,
He nailed.
dude,
I think it's
it
a
was like,
bullshit excuse. You're just sitting on your couch.
yeah, people are, everybody on fucking social media, all the snowflakes and shit, are like, yeah.
Piss off. Piss off.
Right.
I'm Taz. Piss off. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna suplex you. I'm the human suplex machine. Now, who's better than Cage?
Yeah. What do you want, fucker? You want something?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want some? I'm gonna eat my weck first. Maybe crack a brew or two, smoke a cigar, and then I'll get back to you shithead.
Yeah. I'm looking
Dude,
forward
Fyter
to it.
Fest
It's
is gonna be
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
As long as Montez
Jericho's
can-
gonna be on commentary.
Yeah,
See it?
yeah, he is. That's good. I was
You get your
speaking
stick-
of Jericho real quick before we get ready to wrap up here.
Get your stick fixed.
Thick dicks for the chicks. I got a subscription to Shudder, and I somehow on social media I saw some shit that Jericho he appeared on the Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs.
No shit.
And, yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome.
Good.
I'm a huge fan of Joe Bob, dude. Going back to like Monster Vision and all that shit. Another TNT program. It was very cool. The first season, episode 2, they were doing, or the first episode, I should say, of season 2, they were doing Blood-Sucking Freaks, which is a crazy
nice.
fucking movie. If you guys haven't seen that,
That's
watch
a great movie.
it. It's fucking nuts. And the cool thing about Joe Bob is he gives you guys all the, as you're
Joe Bob.
watching, they cut, it's like the commercial breaks are him giving you info about these movies and shit. And Jericho was on because he's a huge fan. And for those of you that don't know, that's where the Ralphus character came from. And it was cool because when I saw Ralphus was a character in that movie, I was like, I guarantee you. Before Jericho even said anything, I was like, I guarantee you, because he's a fan of this movie, that's where it came from. And sure enough, he explained it, dude.
Nice.
But it was really fucking cool. Before they started, it was weird. Joe Bob's talking about, the connection of him and horror and wrestling, like going back to the 80s, which is like a great fucking time in both fucking eras, both mediums. I love 80s horror and I love fucking 80s wrestling. But he's talking about, he's like, oh, back in the day, people might remember my interviews with like on Monster Vision when he was doing shit with Roddy Piper. And they were talking about different movies and stuff that I think they aired. They Live on one of the episodes, and Roddy was on.
Nice.
Very cool. And you guys can find that on YouTube. I think I even posted it to our Facebook page, so check that out. But he also talks about how back in the day, he used to hang out with the Freebirds. I'm sitting there marking out. He's like, and then all of a sudden, like, Joe Bob Briggs is like, oh, there was Terry Gordy, who also went by Bam Bam, Buddy Roberts, and then Michael Hayes, who was kind of the, the hair rocker one. And he said they used to go to a lot of topless bars back in the day. He's like, they love their topless bars.
Yep. I bet.
dude, it was so cool. He's like, you know, it was kind of weird because he's from Texas, Joe Bob, you know, and he's like, it was kind of weird hanging out with those guys when they were the arch enemies of the Von Erichs and shit. I'm like, wow, man, it's really cool to hear him say that, which once again proves that hashtag wrestling is everywhere.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, go to our Instagram at Juice Pro Wrestling, go to our Twitter at JPDUB Podcast, Facebook Juice Pro Wrestling, and you can see that clip. So I'll give it to you guys. You know, you ain't even gonna get a subscription to Shudder, but I recommend you do, because if you're a fucking horror fan, like
why wouldn't you get Shudder?
Oh, it's great, man. I think I pay like $5 a month, but I've had it since it came out. Threaten that zombie movie. You should. How about I just give
Cheer.
You'll pay for one.
We'll all three pay for a subscription, guys.
Yeah. Subscription
To fucking pain and suffering.
Oh, he's back.
Suffering.
But anyways, there's a zombie movie on there called Yummy. That was, I think it's in Belgian or something like that. But it's like Belgian and / English. But it's the gore is fucking over the top. Like it's pretty good, man. You'll find some gems on there along with the fucking classics. So that's why I like that shit. And you know, like I said, going back to fucking the cool little things that you find throughout the world of pop culture, or you know, anything in America. That's why on our Instagram I started that series, the Wrestling is Everywhere series, because if you guys tune in and follow us on Instagram, you will see random clips from wherever, whatever world it comes from, something that relates to pro wrestling that maybe you wouldn't think is possible, or there is no connection, but there really is. Yeah. So do that. Follow us on social media. Be sure to tune in every week. We have new episodes dropping every Wednesday until I decide to maybe change it up a little bit. Like we said earlier, we got fucking Danny Nelson from Malignancy, from legendary technical death metal act from Yonkers, New York. Been around since 1992. Danny's a guy that Bodi and I know both well. We've played shows with him. Dude's fucking great, you know, and I can't wait for that one to drop. So that'll probably be dropping next week sometime.
Check out that new theme, dude.
Yeah, the new JPDUB theme, the JPDUB podcast, which is, you know, our sister podcast that we do for everything outside of the pro wrestling world. Thank you, Bodi, for fucking rocking that sumbitch out. It's going to be fresh. You guys won't have to hear the Juice Pro Wrestling in reverse, even though it was kind of cool. And it was better than what we initially had, which was just our theme song over a podcast that had nothing to do with wrestling.
Bodi, that is a killer intro.
Thank you.
Props.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm really excited. You guys check out the JPDUB on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that too. It's just at the JPDUB. You guys actually put up a video where everybody can get a kind of a sneak peek and check that shit out before you hear it with episode 6 with Danny Nelson. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank everybody last week for episode 112. And I had a lot of positive feedback from a lot of different people. It was very cool. It's kind of unfortunate that, I mean, we get feedback for most of the shows, but last week, if you listen to 112 and you know the subject matter, I'm not going to fucking repeat it because it's a shit show. And you can check it out if you want at jpdub.com. But that being said, it was one of those times where it was a pretty serious, somewhat important episode, and a lot of people kind of let me know how they felt about it, and that they were with us, you know. So that's fucking awesome. Yep. Thank you to everybody who's found the show recently and that's continued to support. We got some shit in the works for you guys. I want to get some shit in your hands, on your fucking skin. Some JPDUB stuff to kind of show your love for Juice Pro Wrestling. T-shirts, all that stuff. You know, I got sticker packs I'm putting together. They're going to be available for you guys. So please continue to support us and tell your friends about the show. It doesn't take much to do that. All you got to do is like, hey, you like fucking wrestling? Well, yeah, check out these guys. Hey, you like fucking metal? Yeah, check out these guys. Hey, you like fucking horror movies? Yeah, check out these guys. You like funny fucking shit? You like real motherfuckers? Check out these guys, because we are all that and then some.
Word.
Yeah. So for Bruiser Bodi and Sreten the motherfucking Savage, this is the Juice himself saying, wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up.
Do you wear the mark? Do you?
You gonna do sex to me?